Today I'm going to show you how you can use your floral motifs to create a beautiful seamless pattern. What I'm using is Affinity Photo. You can use Affinity Designer or Affinity Photo. And I've gone over to this section where I've got to get a new document. And I like to use pixels. 3,500 pixels. 3500. And this is, I like to use this because this is the one that I use for pattern bank, so I'll just use that in general, and if I need to resize it I can. And I tend to do things CMYK because it is easier to convert from CMYK to RGB if you need to. Okay, so I have my scanned image here and I'm going to crop it straight away to the one that I want to use. Apply. So you can see with this floral motif you've got the leaves and the flowers and the large florals here, so you just want to keep a lot of movement happening here, so with the flowers and there's mini flowers as well. It just creates a bit of character. So if you go along your way and just to go to adjust the color just to make it stand out a bit more, so I'm just going to add the brightness here and then going to make a bit of a contrast here. So you play around with that. So you can also go and change anything else. So you've got vibrance here to make it more vibrant, or not so vibrant. So I'm playing with that makes it a bit more vibrant. And the saturation, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so what I tend to do, I group this all together and I create it as a raster so it's flattened. And then a rectangle with the background. Change that to black. Okay, and put that on the back layer there. You can delete that pixel actually. And then I'm just going to stay on this layer and use the eraser tool. You can use the background erase tool, but sometimes that can be temperamental sometimes, so you can see there. Move that up. You can see it's rubbing out. So I'd be careful because sometimes it can rub out too much. So you can, I tend to just do the edges, because I don't fully trust this, to be honest, because it rubs out too much. But with the black background you can see exactly what's being taken away. Now I'm going to use the normal eraser tool and erase the extra bits. And then I just edit, before you edit actually, just go to the layers. You can take that background off, edit, copy flattened, edit, and then paste, and then you've got it onto here. And then what you can do is just roll it round. I'll do it from each corner. bottom corner here, edit, copy, edit, paste, change it around a different direction, the top corner, and then you're going to edit, copy, edit, paste, and then if you go into this section here, transform, you change that number to +3500, and same for the top, edit, copy, edit, paste, and then add 3500, and then you've got that repeat there. Okay, so I'm going to just click on this one, the bottom one and the top one, using the shift key, and I'm just going to drag it along because I don't want that leaf touching that one. Okay, and then I can do another one, edit, paste, and put that in the center somehow. You can play around with that. Yeah, something like that. You can change the size as well. And now it's focusing on the inner parts. So if you go back to this part here, you can use this tool, freehand selection. So you select a certain area, you do a ring around it, and you go edit, copy, edit, paste. Sorry, edit, copy, and then you go back to that one, and then you edit, paste. Okay, you can see it there. Now you just want to check that there isn't any extra bits there, so you can just use a rubber, erase that and erase that out. And you can use that, you could use that on the corners, let's say, and make them a bit bigger. Edit, copy, edit, paste, and then if I'm going to go on to this right corner, I'll click on the X tool and I'll put +3500, edit, okay, and then you edit, paste, +3500, edit, copy, edit, paste, 3500, enter. So that's done there, and then edit, paste, I can use that again, and then just try and fill in the areas. Okay, so now that I have a few spaces here, I want to go back here to this one, and I'm going to select another area. So I deselect and go through to this freehand tool and find another nice area. So like this section here, edit, copy, flattened, edit, paste, is there? I'm just going to rub this out. Sometimes you might need to look at the brushes because for some reason it's not. It needs to be a bit more harder, yeah. Just taking those little bits off. And then I use that and I can put it there, yeah. Copy, edit, paste, and you can just fill those, make this as a little filler. Now here I'm gonna just move it around here. Oh yes, that's the right one. +3500. It's on that side. And put some over as well. Put that one, move it around a little bit, make that a bit smaller. Okay, so I can just fill in those areas. And the last thing, deselect. And I'm going to try and get a floral, sorry, I'm going to get some leaves. Edit, copy, and then I'm going to paste it in. I don't think there's anything, you can see a little bit there, so I'm going to rub out that. When it's watercolor, it can look quite nice. Even if there's a little bit of paint on there, it has a raw, natural look. So I won't worry too much about the details there. It's starting to come through now. So you can see this is my pattern now, and you can add a background. So you don't need to add a layer, just add a rectangle tool. Oops, let me just see, try it again. Rectangular tool for the background. That usually adds a new layer. I'm going to put that right at the back, at the bottom of all the layers. And you can change the color of the background. Depending what type of color you like. Okay. So I preferred the white background. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save as. I'll just put it onto my desktop. Let's save it as one. And I'm going to file, export as a JPEG or a PNG. Okay, so I've added a new layer here. I'll click onto this layer. Actually, you don't actually need a new layer. Again, it's using the rectangular tool, so I'm just going to test the repeat. So just making sure that that's right at the top. And then I will go to the fill tool and bitmap. Bitmap, and then you can check the repeat. Ooh, there you go. There's the repeat. That's kind of nice actually. And you can use that for your spoon flower, for Redbubble, for licensing, for so many things, for pattern bank, and it's just gonna really get people's eyes on the work. So this is a similar print to the one that I did. Well, it is the same one. You can see it looks pretty cool for a top, you know, for fabrics. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, this class. I'm learning how to do a floral pattern using a floral motif that you already have hand drawn, painted, and how it can work together. It can be really fun, and you can use it for so many different items and products. So please feel free to subscribe to this channel. If you want to learn more about how to do pattern designs, I'm here to help you. Write in the comments below if you have any questions and I'll answer them. And thank you again, and I will see you soon. Bye.